Hey guys, Johnny Alchemy here, and thank you so much for watching my video. So for today, May 21st, we have two planets entering Gemini right now, which are the Sun and Mercury. So Gemini is a very curious planet and wants to explore our mental realm. It's going to weigh all of our possibilities, our choices, and options that we may have on our mind currently. The Sun will want to bring these ideas to the surface through our ability to communicate. And with Mercury, yet another sign of communication, logic, and the planetary ruler of Gemini itself, expect your communication to be on overdrive at this point, both in your external and internal world. So with that, your communication and your mental abilities may be a little scattered. So don't expect big ideas to become clear right now. You may be jumping from topic to topic, have very long streams of consciousness, or try talking through ideas through tangents rather than coming to big epiphanies. So use this time to really explore your mental realm, to really look at all the possibilities, all the choices, and all the options you currently have in your life, and that will help you on your journey. So before we get to the reading, guys, I just want to say thank you guys so much again for watching my video. And if you really do enjoy them, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button to my channel so we can keep in touch for future videos, readings, and more. So without further ado, let's get on with the reading. Okay, guys, we're about to begin the reading. So right now we have stacks from left to right, stack 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I will list the timestamp for each stack below so you can get to your reading much quicker. And I would suggest taking the time now to pause the video and possibly connect with your mental realm. Try and understand exactly what it is you want to be thinking about right now and what exactly is on your mind. And so when you're ready, just continue on with the video and choose the stack with your intuition or gut instinct and choose the one that is calling out to you most or the one that you're most drawn to. Okay, guys, so we're going to start with stack 1. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, guys, let's see. So, in terms of a major idea or communication or thought that you want to communicate right now is the 10 of Wands. So with the 10 of Wands, it's talking about achievement. Especially with the 10, it shows the completion of a certain achievement that you've made. And with this achievement, right now you're putting in the last push to get things done and to just take on more responsibilities, to actually take on more burdens for yourself right now so you can just get something done and achieve the final last stretch of the goal. As you can see, this guy's carrying all these sticks. He's burdened by them, but he's carrying them home to his castle, to the town, wherever he lives, but still he has a journey to go, and he will carry all these sticks with him. So here there's a certain idea in your head in terms of your accomplishments right now, the things that you've achieved, and the new responsibilities and possible burdens that you may be feeling from them. So here you're really going to be thinking about the things that you have achieved and things that you have accomplished. And one of the main wisdoms here is in terms of the things that we take on, that when we start achieving more, we have to start understanding that we have to share our burdens with others, and that we have to share our weight with the world and our friends and our support group. That's the whole point of why they're here and what their purpose is to support us in times when we need them. So in terms of moving forward, in terms of the ways that you perceive this, in terms of different thoughts and approaches, in terms of how your thoughts have affected your current main thought right now, is possibly in the past you've dealt with the Six of Cups reversed. So with the Six of Cups reversed, it's talking about looking towards your past and kind of living in the past, or you don't make the most of your present moment, and you kind of live your glory days in the past, and you get caught up in thinking about how simpler life was, how easier things were, all the achievements you made in the past, but not necessarily moving on with your future or realizing that you're living in the present. So with the Six of Cups, it shows that possibly from here, that you may be pondering about the past and things that you have overcome in terms of trying to get out of living in the past and living your glory days that have gone by already. The fact that the past has already happened and everything that was meant to be achieved has been achieved. So in the past, possibly you're thinking about the times of when you let that go and you start living in your present. I would say here it showed that you start living your present with the Page of Pentacles, where you actually stop thinking about the past, stop living in the past, and started taking understanding that you're here in the present and you started a new journey in terms of the Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. So with that, that means that you started a new journey and you started cultivating new skill sets and new learning in order to begin a journey where you want to attain something in the material realm. So that could be your finances, it could be assets, it could be property, it could be health, whatever there is around us in this physical realm. You wanted to start a journey on that, and it shows. You've made achievement and you've made successes with it. So from this journey, that was your release from the past and moving forward and letting go and of things that have already happened and starting to realize you live in the present. And so here, in terms of moving on even more, it shows that possibly in your present right now, that everything that you have achieved so far, you may not be receiving the returns that you hoped for. It shows that you put in the work for it and that you reaped your rewards, but the rewards and investment that you put in may have not been completely what you thought they would be. And so for here, with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's showing that it gives you an opportunity to reprioritize and realign your values and exactly your approach of how to go about furthering this attainment. You've attained everything that you need to at this point. You may not have it may not have been what you expected it to be, but you have to, this is your opportunity to move on and to continue your growth with that and to reprioritize and change your plan of attack and change your approach on how you view that and thinking of new ways in order to expand your attainment and maybe to share this burden with other people. Possibly when you put in all these investments, especially with the reverse, maybe you didn't expect to gain all this burdens that you have to take on by yourself. So now is the time where you have the ability to reprioritize exactly what is important. What are the things that I can let go? What are the things that I can delegate to others? What are ways for me to make this burden easier on myself, on my journey? So I see a big journey in terms of you've attained a lot. You've attained, especially in terms of achievement and a certain goal and passion that you wanted to achieve. And you've battled things like living in the past, letting go of the past, accepting the past, and coming into your present moment and understanding that I can only change and move on and work in the future and work in the present. The past is already done. I need to start something new that's tangible where I can look back on this and make this a happy memory too. And as you come to completion with this goal, it may not have been what you thought it would be. So that's fine. And that gives you the opportunity to change things, to kind of let go of some of these burdens and responsibilities as you continue on your journey to home, to finish and complete this cycle in the most beneficial way for you possible. So here it shows that you can prioritize, you can change your plan of attack, and eventually make better choices, make better investments, better uses of your energy where you won't feel so burdened. And you won't feel so burnt down, and you can learn to share this weight with others and to hopefully delegate some of these responsibilities to other people. That's all I see for stack number 1, guys. So we're going to move on to stack number 2. Okay, guys, moving on to stack number 2. Let's see. A lot of the cards from last time, too. Okay. So, in terms of a major idea that may be on your mind right now, it is the Ten of Cups reversed. So with the Ten of Cups reversed, it's kind of unfortunate. Ten of Cups reversed talks about maybe broken dreams, maybe things that never worked out. Also dealing with things with the family in terms of what is it with the family that is not working? Why is there tension? Why is there conflict? Why are things not coming together? Why don't we love each other? With the Ten of Cups, usually means about fulfillment and your dreams coming true and you're happily ever after. But with the reverse, it could mean quite the opposite. It could mean that you're dealing with issues in terms of fulfilling your dreams, in terms of where maybe your dreams have become a nightmare. When you think about it, despite how much you want it, it still hurts because you haven't achieved it. I know that feeling. So in terms of the Ten of Cups, it also talks about your family in terms of, why is there, maybe not just your family, but also your friends and your support group and those close loved ones around you. But why is there tension? Why is there conflict? Why are things not working? Why is no one in harmony with one another? Why is there tension with all of this? And so this is a major aspect that may be on your mind right now that you want to start communicating and understanding about yourself. And so how do we view this right now? It shows the Three of Cups reversed. So with the Three of Cups reversed, in terms of a family, Three of Cups can mean a few different things. So if you have a family, and let's say that if you're going through infidelity right now, if you're going through a person cheating in terms of relationships, the Three of Cups shows, reverse especially shows the three's a crowd type of saying, showing that, that there's love, but now there's a third person involved. And, if there is something going on in terms of your personal relationships, especially with loved ones or family, is there infidelity going on? Is there cheating? Is there a disconnect from everyone around you? And especially, let's go beyond the cheating. It just shows that with the Three of Cups reversed, that there is a certain lack of socialness about you. Maybe in your social groups that maybe they're not clicking together. Maybe they're all clashing. Maybe there's something in your relationships here where you just kind of want to withdraw and go on the take a lone time right now because you don't want to be part of that. You don't want to be part of the gossip or the drama or whatever it is in terms of your social aspects, where you just want to be left alone and kind of withdraw. So I can totally see how if there are problems in terms of feeling fulfilled in your social aspects with people, where you might want to just get away and just be alone for a while. Maybe you want to, if you're going through infidelity and cheating right now, maybe it shows, again, just like that, that your relationships may not be the best right now. And so moving on, another way for you that you're looking at this situation right here is the fact that you want to move forward, actually. With the Two of Wands, it shows that you're dreaming. Look, he holds the world in his hand. With the Two of Wands, you're planning and wanting to move on to bigger and better things in your life, where all of this has become such a comfort zone for you, where you've just been content in the sadness almost, where you just want to move on and find something better for yourself. Where it shows that you're planning and you want to leave your comfort zone and you want to move on into the unknown because you have better chances and better possibilities than the unknown than what you're facing right now, and you accept it as a reality. So you're willing to take the chance and to move forward and to take that leap of faith, but you're willing to start doing the plans and the action and start thinking about what it is you truly need to do. Moving forward even more, the Three of Pentacles. So with the Three of Pentacles and with the Three of Cups, it shows even more so that your relationships may not be ideal right now. Right now with the Three of Cups, it shows that you may not be you may not feel appreciated right now in terms of your relationships. You may be feeling undervalued. You may be feeling that you don't want to. Especially with the threes, it's about collaboration and working with people and working with groups. So with the threes, it shows that you just want to be alone at this point, that your relationships really are not that fulfilling right now, that there's so much tension and conflict that you want to move on to somewhere different, that you want to be left alone and not work with people. And it shows that, that there's a certain journey here in terms of your personal relationships that you want to address and that you want to fix. So in terms of your thoughts right now, you have a certain lack of fulfillment in your relationships right now, whether they be with family, with friends, with a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It shows that, especially with the threes here of the Pentacles and the Cups, that you don't want to deal with them because there's such conflict with them and there's such strain that you want to be almost alone and go off on a journey by yourself. And especially with things like the Three of Cups reverse, it shows possible infidelity. If you're in a relationship right now, if the person is cheating, it just makes you even more just want to disconnect from all these people and just want to be alone. Ultimately, here's the light at the end of the tunnel, is that you see that there are bigger and better things for you, and that this is not the focus of your life. That it may seem very hard right now to deal with this, but you want something better for yourself. You're dreaming about something better. You have the world in your hands, and you're looking at it from all perspectives, so you can possibly get out of this situation, because maybe it may not be fixable. It may not be something that you can fix at this moment, where maybe you have to let go and kind of move on with it, so you can find peace in your own life. That's all I see right now for this stack, guys. Let's move on to the next. Okay, guys, so we're going to move on to stack number 3. Let's see. Oh, wow. All reversed. Okay. Okay. Okay, so something on your mind right now in terms of here, a major thought or that you have on your mind that you may want to start communicating with yourself or others. The Five of Pentacles shows that usually the Five of Pentacles upright would mean taking a financial loss of some kind, a material loss, where you feel that you are alone and that you've been shut out and that no one is here to help you. Look at these people. They're out in the snow alone. Just this person's on crutches. She looks like she's freezing. Like, it's a very hard card. But with the reverse state, it shows that maybe this period that you've experienced is starting to change now. It's starting to get better. It shows that almost a reversal of fortune over here, where finally you are starting to get more stability in your finances, or maybe your health is starting to even out and you're starting to stabilize. Maybe when you felt like people weren't there to help you when you're going through a really tough situation in your life, that maybe you start opening up to people more, and that now people are here to help you, and that people are willing to support you and help you get through this time. So, as a major communication, looks like a very pivotal point in your life, a very hard point in your life where you're trying to get recovery and get stability back in your life. And so, ways that you perceive this, or ways that you approach this idea. In terms of the Page of Swords reverse. So with the Page of Swords, it shows that maybe this is something that is very difficult for you to talk about with others, and that's very true. And that's very true for a lot of people, because in terms of, a lot of people want to keep their finances or their health or any of their problems very private, because they don't want to burden other people, or they sometimes feel ashamed or embarrassed about even just talking about that with anyone, because it's a very vulnerable position to be in. So with the Page of Swords, again, with swords, we're talking about communication and ideas. So here it shows that there's a blockage or a resistance to communication, in terms of where you may not be able to communicate these ideas or exactly what you're going through to other people sometimes, because it puts you in a state of being very vulnerable. And so you have to be being very honest with yourselves in terms of, like, how did I get into this position? Was it something that I did? Was it something that I self-inflicted upon myself, or was it a circumstance from the world that I had no control over? And if it is something that was self-inflicted, that's a very hard thing to come to terms with as well. But moving forward, it almost looks like it possibly might have been self-inflicted in terms of the Temperance card reverse. So with the Temperance card reverse, it shows an extreme in your energies, in terms of your habits, ways of thinking, whatever it is. So especially with the Temperance card, it shows that possibly, especially on a material-based card, maybe you had extremes in terms of your spending. Maybe you had extremes in terms of your health, extremes in terms of whatever habits you had that took its toll on your physical, material realm. And so with these thoughts, maybe you had to reevaluate and understand, what habits did I do? What were the things that I had to learn that brought me into this position where I hit rock bottom? And now, thankfully, it's recovering. But what is the lesson that I learned from this in terms of my own actions, in terms of my own ways of myself, of my own spending habits, of my own lack of self-awareness for my finances or my material realm or my health or my body, whatever it is. There are extremes here in terms of either doing too much or doing too little of something, where there is no middle path. So maybe this is a way, especially with all the cards being reversed, I think here especially, this is more talking about yourself, an internal journey, rather than something on the outside world. So here there shows that there are a lot of things that you did have to learn from this journey, that maybe you should start communicating with other people, even though it is difficult. But maybe it could be very cathartic for you, where you can start expressing yourself freely and openly, where you can just feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. And I think here, oh, look at that, yeah. Especially with the Six of Wands, especially, this is talking about not being successful in something and kind of understanding your own relationship with the need of others' approval. So here it shows a full journey here where you have a problem, where you had a problem and it's on the mend right now, but you had a very tough tough time trying to communicate this problem with other people, even possibly trying to seek help, trying to keep it within, trying to keep it internal. It was probably something that was caused from extreme behaviors, extreme habits in some way, and ultimately, again, another thing here in terms of understanding that you don't need people's approval, that people are sometimes here just to help you and support you, and they're not here to judge you. So even though you have to put yourself in a vulnerable position and maybe communicate the hardships that you go through, choose wisely and choose people who you know will love you and who won't judge you. Those are the people that you can open up to, and those are people that their approval doesn't matter to you because you understand that they love you. So here with the Six of Wands, it really challenges your views on your need for people's approval. Do you need another person's approval to accomplish something? The ultimate answer is no. You don't need anyone's approval at all. Anyone's approval is nice to have, sure, from family, from friends, whatever. It's good to have their support, but is it needed for you to do what you got to do? Absolutely not. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone's judgments or whatever it is. So here it shows that you've gone through a hard time and you may have had trouble communicating exactly everything you've gone through because it puts you in a very vulnerable position. So here I think that especially in terms of now as a time for us of thinking and communicating, try and communicate this with someone that you love, someone very close to you, someone that you trust, and maybe this will relieve a lot of burdens on you, where this doesn't have to be such an internal journey with all the reverse, that you can start putting it out there into the world and let go of some of that stuff, let it out there, let the universe take it, and just feel better about your situation. Since you are on the mend anyway, you might as well do a spiritual purging as well and get all of this out of your system. That's all I see for this stack, guys. So let's move on to the next. Okay, so we're moving on to stack number 4. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay, so let me move this up just a little bit. So in terms of a major idea that you want to communicate right now, here, as I said, with Gemini wanting to explore options and choices, this is a card for it, the Seven of Cups. As you can see, the Seven of Cups, this man is standing in front of all these cups that are being presented to him, and inside each of the cups is a different outcome. But here, in terms of the Seven, it's reversed. It shows that maybe you're being overwhelmed by all the decisions that are in front of you, of all the possibilities that you see in front of you right now, where you may just be caught up in just fantasizing about everything, and you may not be understanding what is really needed to make this decision come true. And especially being in a state where you're over fantasizing, you may make the wrong decision, and that may hold you back even more from making any decision. So, trying to ground yourself in this state of being where you're overly dreamy is one of the main goals with this card. So to try and understand that I have a dream, but what do I need to do to make that dream a reality? And to ground yourself in terms of that way of thinking so you don't make the wrong decision. And then when you make the decision and you try and go after it, then you become disappointed because it's like, oh, I didn't account for this. I didn't think it would be this way. I have to do what to attain this dream? All those questions that you could have thought about before instead of just being so fantasizing and caught up in the dream aspect of it. So here, in terms of, again, Gemini and thinking about all the possibilities, this is a card that's very indicative of that. So in terms of other thoughts, in terms of the ways that you perceive this or whatever, it shows the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, it talks about winning at all costs. Winning because ends justify the means. As long as I win, that's all I care about. And it's sacrificing the relationship of others. You see two other people walking away, looking disappointed with their heads down. This person looking a little smug, holding their sword, saying, showing that he's won. But in the fact of it is that everyone loses. These people lose because they choose to get away from this person, and this person loses because he loses his two friends. These two people who he felt he had to battle in order to fulfill his ego and want to win at any cost possible. So here it shows that you're willing, in terms of trying to make decisions right now, you're willing to do what it takes to win. just to win with the disregard of possibly other people, possibly of your relationships with other people, and disregarding possibly the consequences that you could have if you just choose this state. If you choose something in this overly dreamy state, you may be sacrificing a lot more with that. Also, in terms of moving on, let's see here the Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, I almost see these as all these different choices that you have right here. The Four of Pentacles, it shows kind of greed. It shows that this person has attained a lot and possibly wants to attain a lot, but look how stingy he is. He has the coins on his feet, he's holding on to the coin, and the coin is on his head, showing money's on his mind. So here, it shows that this person has attained a certain amount of wealth, but he's not willing to share that wealth. He's willing to put himself so far away. You see back here, there's a whole city, a whole castle back here of people. He's willing to separate himself away from all those people to make sure that he's all right and safe with his money alone. There's even a knapsack of money behind him. Look at that. It was just hiding right there behind him. So it shows that he's not willing to share even. He's not willing to give back not only to other people, but even to himself, where he just wants to hoard the money and not use it. So there are things here in terms of the aspects of greed and what money can do to people, in terms of what it is that the intention is for the money in the first place. What is the point of the money? Just to have it and never use it? No, it's meant to be used to invest and to kind of further your own life and your own journey, maybe the journey of others, to give stability to other people and yourself. So here it shows another, I see this as all these different choices. I see choices for you where you want to change something, but you're willing to sacrifice all the relationships that you've made for them because you feel like, I can't make this decision because these people hold me back, so I have to cut them out of my life. Here I almost see the Four of Pentacles as, I want something because I need money, I need the financial stability, and it could turn into greed. Because look at here, all these choices aren't exactly good things. You got the snake, you got the dragon, you got all these things that may not be exactly what they seem to be. And then the final card here, it shows the World reversed. So with the World reversed, you kind of just want closure on something. I can almost see here is kind of the pressure that you feel from having all these decisions. You just want to make a decision, whether it's right or wrong. You just kind of want to choose something and just go out there and choose something. With the World, usually it's about attaining, completing a certain long-term cycle in your life where you feel complete. But with the reverse, you just want to complete it and get it over with. Or you may just want to take shortcuts just to get a certain outcome and then but not necessarily feel fulfilled. So here I can totally see, in terms of all these thoughts that may be on your mind right now that may put you in an overly dreamy state. You may be you just may have gotten so overwhelmed that you just want to make a decision, an impulsive one, and not think things through. Or you just want to make a decision just so you can say, I've made a decision, now what is it that's going to happen? I want so many things, now I just have to choose one. And that could be fine too, because honestly, these are some of the things you may have to deal with and learn. The fact that money isn't everything, and the fact that you may not need to cut out people in your life in order to attain this dream. These are sometimes the illusions here that we have to face. In terms of wanting to attain certain things in our life. So here I see that you have a lot of decisions on your mind, and that you may be caught up in the fantasy, and that you may be overwhelmed by all the decisions that are presented in front of you. But be careful in terms of here, with the decisions, there's a lot of illusion here too. If you don't think about the concrete aspects of how to attain these visions or attain these dreams and to make them a reality, you can get caught up in terms of maybe cutting people out of your life, maybe making money the only sole purpose of your life, and losing sight of what the true intention was, of what your true alignment is. And be careful not of impulsiveness, where you just want to end things just to choose a decision. You've maybe in an over-fantasized state, but now is time to really turn this around and try to make a wise decision. Get all these other thoughts out of your way of impulsiveness, of greed, of winning at all costs, of all these things. You want to try and get rid of these so you can make a decision that is most alignment with who you are and exactly what you want in your life. So that's all I see right now for this stack, guys. Let's move on to the final stack. Okay, guys, so we have the final stack, stack number 5. Let's see. Oof, wow, okay. Okay. So in terms of a current thought in your head right now, you have the Four of Cups reversed. So with the Four of Cups, there is usually Four of Cups upright would mean that you feel very lethargic, very apathetic, where you just don't want to take on anything right now and you just feel so dull with life and bored with life. But with the reverse aspect, it shows that you've gone through this period of introspection and this meditation and kind of self-evaluation where you're ready to receive new opportunities, where you're ready to receive this cup that's being offered to you, and that you're kind of choosing happiness on your journey right now, where you've come to terms with a lot of the depression, maybe anxiety, maybe apathy that you've experienced in the past, and that you're willing to start anew, where you're willing to start understanding new purposes about yourself, gaining new perspectives on where it is you want to go, who you are, and what is it you want to achieve. In terms of, wow, okay, yeah, okay, got it, okay. So here, in terms of thoughts right now, these are some thoughts that are going through your mind regarding this phase. So here is the Fool reversed. So here, as you are choosing happiness right now, you are having trouble and difficulty starting on this new journey. It could be very fresh for you. It could be this going through this and getting out of this phase and just moving into something new. That transition could be very difficult because, you know, you're going again into the unknown. So with the Fool reversed, it shows that you may have difficulty in trying to attain and complete this path right now of you wanting to feel renewed, feeling that you are led by your inner child, that you are a free spirit, that you are not weighed down by the consequences and fears and of the future, that you just want to go out there into a new world freely and renewed with a sense of lightness and a sense of freedom. In terms of it's funny, the Fool, and then right after the Fool, in terms of the numbers, is the Magician. The Magician is the first person that the Fool meets. So in terms of this new journey, you may be experiencing some difficulty right now, but in terms of the overall goal, it's the Magician. It's the fact that you just want to manifest whatever it is that you need. And here's the thing about the Magician that's the most powerful. You see that on this altar that he has here, he has every suit represented. He has the pentacle, the cup, the sword, and the wand. The whole point of the Magician is that he's the master of manifestation, that he has all the tools that he needs in order to create the situation that he needs. So here, in terms of choosing happiness and finding new avenues and perspectives about yourself, understand that you have everything you need. You've gone past and overcome a very tough period in your life that's very emotional, very depressive, anxiety, apathetic, all those emotions, and now you realize, listen, I have everything that I need. Even though I'm experiencing difficulties, find solace in this. I have everything that I need right now to transform my life, to transform it into whatever it is I want it to be. Because why? Because I am the Magician, I am the manifester. I know how to work my energy and know myself well enough to create exactly what I want to create in my life, because that's what I deserve and that's what I'm going to do. And in terms of what it is you possibly want to manifest, you possibly want to be the King of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles, he is he's very grounded and very stable. He is a stable person. Look at this. He's one of the, especially with the kings, he's one of the ones that has a long-term stability and fruition about him. Where the people that he leads, he's able to take care of not only his family, but a whole nation. And through tried and true tested methods, he doesn't like to go off and veer into new unknown approaches or anything like that. He has worked himself from the bottom up to get to where he is, and he's done it through his own research, cultivating his own skill sets, and following in the footsteps of those who are successful on his path as well. So here it shows that, especially in your material realm as a pentacle, that you just want to be completely stable and be able to provide for yourself and those around you in a material sense. This could be your finances. This could be your health. This could be your work, whatever it is. So here it shows that you have gone through a state of apathy and a state of depression, but you've chosen happiness and willing to take that cup of fulfillment. You've gone through some certain struggles in terms of trying to make this a reality and starting this new journey off as the Fool. But you understand here that you are also you are also the one able to manifest whatever it is you want to manifest in your life as the magician. That you have all the tools that you need right now to make things happen for yourself. So here, even though you may be coming into some difficulties, understand that you do have everything that you need right now. And even though it may not be clear on how to get there, understand that once you find that clarity, you can make it happen. And in terms of what it is you want to make it happen, it's to become the King of Pentacles. I think you want to be someone who is very financially stable, someone who has great health and is able to take care of himself and others around him. You want to be able to just make sure that you don't have to worry about your physical realm as much. You don't have to worry about your health. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about finances. You just want to be able to be secure in all of them in terms of attaining and feeling fulfilled in that material aspect. So you can just have your life open and free, just as the Fool, to all other experiences in life. You don't have to worry. You don't want to worry about money, and in terms of how to make money and how to provide for yourself. Those things might feel daunting to you. So you just want to get rid of that aspect and just make sure it's stable and secure, so you can just open yourself up to new experiences and open up your life to exactly even more of what you want to achieve. And especially as the magician, as a manifestor, you want to probably experience it all and probably make your dreams come true. That's the whole point. So here it shows that you've probably gone through a tough time, but you've chosen the path of happiness and you've chosen yourself. And you may have found struggles, but understand that you have tasted this power of getting over this. And to make yourself into someone new. And that's the whole point of the magician. You make yourself into the reality that you want it to be. And that reality is someone who is financially stable, who has great health, who can provide for others, and doesn't have to worry about so much about the material things in life, so that you can open up your experiences even more. I think that's all I see for this stack, guys, and I believe that is all. Thank you guys again so much for watching my video. I really hope we were able to connect through the cards, and above all, you had some fun today. If you really liked what you saw, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button to my channel so we can keep in touch for future videos, future readings, and much, much more. Thank you guys again so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.